Welcome to my game development stream. As always, first I start my development environment. Then I play one round of my game, and after that I decide what I work on today. Correct project first. Game dev. But force the terminal to be usable. On command to start stuff. Wait for a few lines to appear so I know it's ready. I never wrote Q task. No Q task. Think about idea. I'm currently working on my, so this is no longer correct. Decided to do new Spellmaker class. Okay, should be ready at once in the browser. Localhost for me. And reset. I have a fresh start and I play. What do I play? Did I play Tamer last time? Tower Builder. All. Anything I want to try? Nothing, so I think I make a sniper one. So the more enemies I kill, the stronger I become, and the skill point I take. I don't even know. Took Fireline. I need to drink a bit. Okay. But second, okay, I continue. Oops. Okay. You need to run into the bullet. Timing, I'm still fine on time. My upgrades are not very good for bigger enemies. Do I do the second Fireline? This is not a good choice. No mist chain is. My aim is too bad for no mist chain. Or I have to care for aim. SD. Damage and range. Damage plus damage minus range. Now I have decent single target damage. Split should I take? The speed. Okay. My aim is so bad, but I take rifle. And my no mischain is completely gone. I can just always fire. More damage than expected. I'm squishy. Might be a decent protection area here. Okay, synergy split shot is fine. Only have I reached the boss area. Is my damage high enough? This should be decent, but not the strongest. So check code. Okay. Oh. Ah, I got. Okay. One hit, but died on 4%. Definitely was possible. Now, what do I work on today? Increased version is always my first task. 401 today. And I'm working on Spellmaker, so let's check. I have it on my test button here. I was on. For some reason, something is happening in the background, so I lose frames. So when this value is high, okay, it's back. Okay, whatever went on in the background is done. So I can paint. Then I think I press E and then I can cast it. Okay, the UI UX is. And I have mana. Oh, it's limited, correct. But I don't see my mana. I can go to. I can. Okay. Understood. And the next idea was to make it move. Multiple firelines moving in different directions. Can attach move direction to fireline object. One fireline object from mouse down to mouse up. Can paint move pattern. Fireline object from mouse down to mouse up. Can paint move pattern fireline. I think I understand the base idea. Now how do I choose? I have already my 3 bass keys bound. And I would probably go more like musician, where I have buttons all around. I guess, or is it? I mean, could make clickable stuff like, and even cast it once. So I guess the first thing I need is buttons, which I can click. Never checked. I cannot play the musician with controller, is it? There are no bindings here. Interesting. But I don't care. More like interested in creating something. Okay, so I think my create button, create button use able with mouse like to choose different paint tools. Did the musician have his own code for this stuff? I would assume yes. Or is this button stuff? Music sheet button. And I have an array. Of them. 8 number. Region. I think I remember a bit how I do it. Okay, I will just do something similar, I guess. So let's, for now, I have availability Spellmaker. I have, let's call it draw tools. Or paint tools. I have no paint tools, create tools. It's an area or an array of create tool. And type create tool is what do I need? I have need a position. I want a position. So I give it. No, I could. The different ways I can do it. And I want the tools to be always besides each other. Position index. Number. Create tools position would be position. It's it's relative. It should be relative to the ability owner in the end. And create. And then I should create tools. I will put everything in here. Position, height, number, no, it's the size, position index, and no, this is not. I have type create tool. This has the position index. I don't need it because tools, let's call it data, and here I make this an array of create tools. Okay, let's do it this way. Wrong. I don't need the position index, I need the type. Is it a string I just put here, or make I? I think a bit. What do I need? Could limit it. But maybe I could put each tool in its own file. Time will tell. I probably want to make it big enough I do this, but who knows? I think for a moment it will probably be a string if I make them separate files, and something like an enum or list of allowed strings. Can keep it in here. Okay, let's start with this, and somewhere I create stability. And is empty array. Position is x0, y0. And size is, I have no idea, 20. I will see. I also realized selected tool, the number, selected tool index, the number, it could also be null. I always have a tool selected as long as I am in this Spellmaker mode. Okay, this is probably fine. And then I have the selected tool index null, 0, even though there is no tool in yet. And I could basically enter here the Fireline tool. No, this is incorrect type. And I could already add the second one. This would be Move. Let's call it move. Now I have cast ability. Oh, I see. Think a bit. So mouse downs will always check for hitting a button or a tool, create tool, which chooses current tool. If it's Fireline, I would place Firelines. If it's move, I have to do other things. I think a bit. Different ways move can happen, but for now I just should make this stuff happen. So I have tools and tool selection, they have a relative, the size. So first I should paint them, I believe. Paint ability. If I'm in mode Spellmaker, I now want to move over all ability, SM, create tools, and create tool of create tools. I will paint is it begin pass? I should shortly. Where can I check? This one is closest probably. Have a fill rect and a rect. Okay, this is probably what I want. I have to paint something inside. It would need an icon in the best case. Owner paint position. This ability, them create tools, size. This is earth. Tiles position Y plus position X. This and 2. At 1 line, multiple lines. I will tell. It's not yet done. Size is fine. Y is a move on X plus create to size times. I don't have the index. And I do an indexed word. Do I care for this value? I will see. Add I equals 0, I smaller. Tools, links, I plus plus. I have an I value. This is the start, even though it's not quite, is it? Owner position plus. Might be fine. Okay, I would now see probably two rectangles. Uniforms in the mode, yes, they are small, this is fine. Could move them -20, +20. Just see if it works if I offset it. Yes, this worked. It's currently confusing. I think this is visible by everyone. Be fine. Let's think. I now need to be able to click them, so I switch my tool. Cast stability. Function. Click. Wait tools. I want to be returned. So I know if something was clicked. He's not happy yet. He wants this. No, he's away. I always forget. Is it Boolean? Yes, it's Boolean. I need the ability. And the ability owner. And the cast and the relative cast position. Cast position I don't need for this tool. The ability is Spellmaker. Here I could do undefined because that's what I got first. Returns if no, this was different in no, I forgot. Is it what was the thing was for making a tooltip or however it's called? Return if tool button was clicked. Turns true. Or else currently it's false because I don't check anything. Now I have to check. Let me see. This is the position. I could probably start with I go over the ability and its tools. The text is not even interesting. I'm interested in the position. This is X, 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 and Y. Yes, this is one. Ability owner is ability owner. Yes, pain pose. Cast position relative to character, then I don't even need it. Ability, position X. G. Okay, let's see. X is position X plus ability size times I. Check if do I have a inside. No, I don't think I have. I do the usual box check. Pose X is smaller. Cast X and you care for undefined. If cast position relative. This is not I return. I need this. Not complain here. This is smaller plus ability create tool size. I have this for the X and not and Y. Okay, so I would break here. No, I would return to here. And I would say ability create tool selected index is I. So far so good. Click create tool. Call it a check. So now when I cast ability, if I am in Spellmaker, if it's key down, I first check this one. Ability owner, I have ability Spellmaker, and I have cast relative. And if it's not clicked, I do this, I guess. Okay, and if I am in Spellmaker, have mouse down, start position. I do this on tick. No, I cannot. Here. How should I? The tools need to act a bit differently. If ability Spellmaker create tools this is Fireline, I think I called it. Then I would do this one. Create tools? No, this is not correct. Selected index. Still not happy. I have no overlap. Do I have the type? Okay. Fine. I am but on tick I do not check this stuff yet. Tick ability. Tick ability. It's not complete, is it? Here I check if this is Fireline. I should also check I do this even if I'm not in ability SM mode. It's only Spellmaker mode. Okay, let's try. Let's try. Class Spellmaker. I currently can click this one. I no longer can. And I crashed it. Reading X, calculate distance, cannot read property of undefined. Calculate mana cost. I am in cast ability. Because I switched in between, it broke. Because now I do not clean up correctly. Is this possible? I was always in Spellmake, key down. Was it key up which she complained? Yes, on a key up he complained. Ah, I choose it because it was a click inside. And now one assumption I do is no longer matching. And this is it, this cast position, start position exists. Let's check for it. I think I even don't need this because now he will see I checked for it. So I start and I go to this. I don't have it anymore. I go to this and campaign. Okay. Now I can choose. Now I need to handle the second case. And now I could bind functions. for two tools, I do not set it up differently. I make cars for now. Okay. I need the start position. And then I do a second check for Fireline. And now I need an else if. And I called it move, I guess. And this is for key up. Okay. I have to think about how I want to do the move tool. Currently, I can only put firelines in. Start end. I have to think a bit. If I want to create a moving fireline. The fireline currently cannot move. I could try to make it move. Could put a boolean on it. Or I make a new fireline. Probably I should more like make it Spellmaker specific if I want to add more and more stuff to this. Which means I need this is a tool. The tool. I cannot quite see how I should connect all this stuff. But we definitely need a eraser. But this is future problem. The fireline, then have the move tool. The move tool has to be attached to the fireline. And there might be more effects I attach. Can I attach a move to the move? Is this necessary if I want to extend the move? Yes. Oh, I delete it all together. For now, I attach once. Which means... am I interested in a speed? Essentially, yes. The fireline will have a duration. Also try to I think a bit more. I'm not sure how I want to set up the data yet. It depends a bit on how I want to use this class in the end. Brum, brum, brum. More thinking. For now, I probably should just think about the queued. Simple fact, I can move a Fireline. This means a Fireline, but I also need to visualize it when I paint it. And I have a bunch of Firelines I want. Ability Spellmaker Fireline might be a class. Or it's also a tool. This will be added as a create tool and might have more data. But I need to have this data in here. I think a bit. In the end, we need want a moving Fireline basically, which will use. I will need a new ability especially created for this class, so I will need ability Spellmaker Fireline. And I will need a way to represent this data. Do I? Currently, I just paint these. With this ability, I could to think still. I'm not so sure how to do it yet. The ability. I with information how to create it. This information also needs to present what I paint. So I go from the player paints. This translate to currently just for Firelines it's double positions. Start and end. cannot anything get to the end currently. Based on the tool, I give the tool Fireline already also code in the ability. Maybe I could put it there. Or do I? Maybe time will tell. I feel like it's a bit more complicated setup than I thought at the start. If I have more effects, need to be visualized. So the visualization need to be able to determine what I clicked. They belong together. But they deleted together. Okay, there's quite a lot of complicated stuff behind it, I guess. I think more. I'm still not satisfied. Can I write this down a bit? Let's call it dev steps, development steps is create ability Spellmaker Fireline. Doesn't exist. Fireline which can move and more in the future, like rotate. Now I think a bit. This is a Fireline, but I have to this needs to be able ability Spellmaker needs create ability Spellmaker Fireline which can more than just one line. And more in the hood, like rotate. List of paint objects like Fireline. So I have, in the end, if it's cast, these need to exist. They need to be abilities which work on their own once they're cast, but when I cast them, they need to be stored in Spellmaker. And there is a paint object like Fireline information. To create Fireline objects. So there's there's more stuff behind it. Currently, I could use for Fireline's existing ability. It will not be good enough if I continue with the move idea. And I need to stick this move idea to the Fireline. I probably cannot attach two move directions to one Fireline. So I choose the Fireline tool, I paint. I give the positions to the tool. I feel like I should already split the code in multiple files. Or the file needs to, or the tool needs to decide what to do with a click. And how to paint it? But if I mix tools is the interesting part. The move tool attaches itself to the Fireline object. If I paint Fireline, the visualization of it, I see I have objects, the paint object list. As a Fireline, I would give it to the Fireline tool. And then the Fireline would see there is another tool on it, and I have to put it to the move tool. Maybe the move tool could have more attached. But if I put rotate on it, is complicated, but can I mean, I cannot put a fireline to a fireline, so there's no. But let's say perhaps something like stages. Move it first and then rotate it. I could attach need to think a lot, I guess. Thing is clear, I need the fireline ability. After I have this one, I adjust all the code to it. I won't get the move thing today. If this is more than just, it has to be more than one line. This will make the continue thinking. I'm still not happy. Or should I start writing code and then I will see more problems? Or I think more about it and notice problems sooner? Because it feels like it doesn't add together yet. I mean, I could create a file line which can move, and the queue file lines will just move without the move maker tool. Move tool could it also affect different things in the future differently? Maybe it will always move a position. I feel like I have to write the code to see the problems coming, and thinking might not be enough. At least I'm pretty sure I have to do this one. And the moment I have to connect them to the Spellmaker, so it gets interesting. If I have to do this, I think this is at least wasted time. Okay, let's start with the ability Fireline. It will now be Spellmaker Fireline. I will pour so JS so he knows. A few things that I see he might inputs correctly. Now I wait here. So these things might be still the same. Spellmaker Fireline. It will be a bit different. Actually, this doesn't need to exist, does it? This might be empty because I directly will create objects. Ability object Spellmaker Fireline. Ability name Spellmaker Fireline. Ability Spellmaker Fireline. Take ability object, create ability. This might be. It has to exist. Even though I don't want it to exist. Why do you need it? Wait, oh, ability object, this is an important one. Rest of all missing, there will probably be too many. JS is in readability Fireline. Don't have widths, I don't have tick interval, I don't have duration. And I actually don't care about this function. I have an end time, this is fine. Now I will end position, end time, end position. The object has a position by default. No. Type, color, damage, faction, ability, ID. And the position. Okay, the position is the first part. So I need positions and position array because I have multiple. I have an end time, I have a tick interval, and I have a next tick time, and I have widths. Positions. Okay, this is fine. Now create ability Fireline. I have a start position. I need a position list basically. Position array. Start position. Do I want to this way? I mean, I need to have the start position because this is part of the object. And then I do positions. So I should create a copy. Can I copy positions? I mean, I have deep copy. This might be fine. Positions. Because I'm not sure if otherwise this works, but okay, this might be fine. Now, I didn't think about the movement or rotation effect. How would this be put onto it? This is, I call it Fireline, Fireline positions, joints, Fireline joints. This way maybe, and I have move. I could start with a move direction, but I wanted offline, move to positions. It's also position array, move 2 positions. This can be empty, this is fine. So I have, this is fire, move 2 positions, position array list again. Move to position, move to. Okay, with this I can move it. Does tick, but this is not enough. And I might Fireline joint offsets. Might takes initial position and then just offset, and if I move, I just move 1. Might work out. Yeah, I should check the other code before I do this. Painting will work out. Tick ability object Fireline. This is the interesting one. Character touching line and position. And the Fireline. I calculate the position each time so I can we calculate each time I move, or I calculate each time paint and tick. I think in the end, setting it on move is fastest. So these are fixed positions, absolute. My move to position, I need to figure out, or I can know. I probably throw out when I moved. So this might be relative. Move. This. Then I would. Then the question is, do I want to move Does the move extend the duration of the fire, or do I move the faster? Move I faster based on end time. So if I see the end time and I see the maximum move direct distance left. Then I would need know I could move distance, move speed. Put in here would be a number. And this might be optional until calculated. The idea is, if I don't have a number here yet, calculate it, and if it's given, I just move it by the speed. Okay, this might be fine. So this gives me also information to move per tick, I guess. I move each line by this amount. Okay. To paint. Now I paint. Here's the thing. This is to color. Until here it's line width. Line width is also not begin pass. I have begin pass. I can put it together. Move to line 2. No, the move to does happen regardless. Get paint position for ability object, camera position. Okay. Then I loop over ability. I have Fireline joints, and I have that joint of Fireline joints, and the joint is the end position joint. Okay, I now move, and it should be connected. This might be it. Now, when I tick the ability Fireline, this will be different. Get characters touching line. This will so this part has to be done for each line part, I guess. So I again have to go over each joint. I have line start, line part. Starts with ability Fireline. I should probably, to be sure. No. Do I? Start. So this is start. And this is a joint. And this might be character take damage. Delete your object. Okay, the rest might be fine. But there's one thing missing, and this is that after I did this, the line hard start will joint. And with this I check each line, I believe. And now I have the move problem. Do I move first or do I tick first? Doesn't really matter. Let's get the move part done. I have to add each joint. Move X is something, cons move Y is something. I have basically, don't know if they are constants, but first I check if Fireline move speed exists. If it does not, oh, this can have 0 is an acceptable move speed. It is null. I forgot what null and undefined. Both exists and null undefined. I think it's undefined if I don't set it to null, and I normally use undefined. This means if I don't have a speed, then I need total length is 0. I go over joints. I would, if I really calculate them here, I feel like this should be part of. No, I disagree with what I did here. This should be part of sync color tick duration width move speed number. I should know it. So I don't need to calculate it here, it will be calculated before. So this can no longer be undefined. Now I have a move speed. This means I calculate distance from airline to the first joint. No, this is not two positions. Distance. Okay, first I need to check if I have moved to two position. If G move speed is bigger 0 and length is bigger, then I have a distance. And with the distance I need a direction. No, I care only for direction, I don't care for distance. I care for distance. if this is... No. I do it afterwards, do I? Okay, let's first do direction. Then I want to move X is XY. This will probably by move to by was move to method of the window interface moves the current window. No. Move by direction and distance. This is mine. I move a position and it returns nothing, so the position I put in is moved. But I have to, okay. Then I will do add XY position. I will have a 0, 0. Then I think, God no, what did I do? Start offline, delete, thank you. This dot is not, tell me what you need here. Position, I have the move XY. I have move direction, I have the direction. I have the distance is the move speed. Check collision false. There's no collision check. This should move. I move XY. Now I can calculate distance. X would be plus equals move XY. X. And for Y. And I have to do it for each point. Each joint. Joint, I move. The position, so this should move. Now I calculate distance and if distance is smaller equals move speed, then I would move two positions. I think splice is the function. Move the element from array. First one. So it takes the first one. This is not good enough yet. It calculates the direction. Calculate. I have a move to position. This is not quite. I think this was relative. Don't know. I do not adjust it. So I actually have I0. So this gives me direction. And if this distance, then I would splice it out, else I would it yes, this is a const. Next, move to this one. In the end, next move to x is to be subtract move xy. This is correct. Hope my thinking is correct. Because this is relative move, I reduce the amount because I moved it closer. Okay, and then it should at some point see I could say 10% increase, so might not accidentally step over it. I think this is fair enough. Okay. In my mind, this makes sense. Then let's hope it works. Now I would need to class add this one here. And this is now the Fireline I want to place. Did I rename it? I did not rename it. Spellmaker Fireline. Let's rename a few things. I want to net a bit. Okay. This is fine. I have this great thingy. This means my tick ability. Yeah, I push a Fireline. Fireline's push. No, this is not when I cast. Spellcast. Here I push. This will now change to great ability. This one, and now he complains. Didn't provide some value. I have to. Ooh, I still don't do this correctly. do I double positions? This is actually not correct. No. Double positions are indeed just double positions. Okay. This means this is changed. This is actually a position. Array. Firelines. This needs to adjust to everything. When I create ability, create an empty array, this is fine. When I tick the ability and I push one, I tick will not push. It will, the start didn't change. The end is the interesting one, I believe. Firelines, something I push. Firelines, and I always do it to the last one. Length -1. I push to the end. In the tick. In cast ability on key down. I don't do anything. This has to change. Oh, no, wait. I should. Do I do this? Start with an empty array. When I tick the ability and I push one in, first I have to check if this one length is 0, then I need to also push the start. And I forgot what the start was, but it was start position. Here it is written start, not ability owner, ability SM, start position. Now I have it. I calculated multiple times. Let's do it this way. Save one. Maybe. This keeps okay. X push index. Might be misunderstood. Okay. That position, then I push the end. Basically, I would need, as I push, this means calculate mana cost. Doesn't work anymore. I come back later. Cast ability. I now have to do the same thing again. I start position to end position. This is no longer correct. I don't need the start position to be changed. So I take this away. But he calculates from start position. This is no longer correct. The distance in question is different. So I have the push index. I have const start position is either this one first. I need a distance of 40. Fair point. So the question is still, this is when it's ability as start position. Oh, it also needs to be set. Oh, I check it. Okay, this is the case, or it's the last position. Push index. Oh god. Length -1. Have this start position here. This is where I calculate the distance on. If the distance is bigger 40, then I push. If I don't have the start position, I put it in. And I push the end. Okay. Then I calculate my next. Makes sense in my mind. On cast ability. On spell make. Yeah, I push a line. But I now need to check something. The push index part of it. The same. So I take, this is mouse up, which I currently do, or key up. I have it lost. I currently have selected the tool. It's the mouse loose, so I have, if I didn't push a position in already, this means I have to push the start position, and then I have to push only the end position. So this only this one, I believe. Cast position relative to character. Okay, this will come later. So this means the last thing which I need is, when I click, I have to check if, yeah, I set the start position. Why do I check if I have a start position? One key down? I only have one key to set it. I think I can always reset here. Don't see the reason not to. Okay, then I need to check if length is bigger 0, so something has to be pushed in. It has to be actually bigger 1. Then I will push a new one, new empty one. Okay, makes sense in my mind. Now I have the data. Now when what's my time even? 12 more minutes at minimum hours. Maybe I get it done. I have start and end positions. That's actually not what I will have, but I do cast position. This time I take cast position. Take the positions here. So now I need to loop over firelines. This is the first array. This means this changes now to damage is fine. Have const have I now forgot. I had my start position and then my joins. Okay, this is how I do it. So I need the start position, and after this I need joins position. Start empty. This is Fireline doesn't have a start. Fireline has a 0. This should exist if line. No. Oh no, this is not good. Why? Why? Thanks. This is not a valid case. But why did he have a big fire line? Here is a big fire line. Oh god, this is not smart. Okay, then you are the object fire line. And this is put in here. I have the start, now I have the joins. The joins is the end. This will still not be done. I have to let I start in 1. This is a small difference. As long as it's fireline length by plus plus. This means joins push fireline I. Okay, these are the joints. Now let's check. What do I need here? Tell me this one. Faction, start position, fireline joints, to position. Two positions. I want. No. Move to. So this is currently empty. I have damage, then I have width, duration, move speed. Speed. Okay, after what? After duration, I believe. After duration. Okay, so this is done. Down to 6 errors. Feel like there should be more, but let's see. Thing here. Here I have start and end. Paintability. Then I am in Spellmaker mode. This does no longer work. I have Fireline, so far so good. And I have Fireline. I have to think. Don't have a start. 0. Then I do line tools. Fireline lengths. Plus. I do. Now you start on 1. Two errors. Think of it. Calculate mana cost. Distance. Spell mana cost. This needs a second loop again for equals 1. A smaller Fireline lengths I plus 2. In this case, this position is line 0. Is correct. This is a position. Fireline I. No. This is line I -1. I don't need this. Did I not return this? Calculate mana cost. No, I said it. Okay. Okay, there is no complaint anymore. Don't believe it. But I can try. Let's see. Instant cannot read property. Fireline. I am in paint ability. Didn't check for some limits because I have an empty one. Let's just see. So 0 does not exist. Didn't check the 0 case. Fireline length is smaller. 2. I continue. Okay, this should already be the fix. Okay. This worked. Totally failed. It is not working at all. So this one is doing what I want. Okay. Okay, the clear doesn't work. Set. Okay, this should be fixed. I paint. Delete, I paint again. To cast mode. Wait. Just the last. I think my mana is my problem currently. One, two, three. I should make it smaller. Okay, this is now my symbol. To cast mode and this location. Basically, the end location there is some I missed what locations I remember. I failed to cast correctly. Start here. This I move by Fireline 0 in cast position. But here I just push in. Position without moving it. Okay, so this means position X, Y is the same. Okay, now I moved the position, cast position, I, and next Y. Okay, I go here, I press. Okay, perfect. Seems to work. Do damage. Uh, okay, it's hard to wait. Please. Okay, now my position is to be working. Now if I press like this, he doesn't. Okay. I feel like this is working. Now I add movement to it and I will see. So I will move with a speed of 2 to the right. I reload. I have this line. I did something. Again, go to other mode. Now I cast, it moves up. And I thought it would move to the right. And it's wiggling. Okay, but it's moving. Not how I expect 100. So why is 100x moving left, right, up? This doesn't work out in my mind yet. Move 2 positions, move 2 positions. It happens in tick ability. I have move speed. Okay, this should have tried a higher move speed. 20 times 10 to just see if it looks different. I make some zigzag. No, I have to do it as one. Interesting. Absolutely not what I expected. Okay, let's line. Oh, one line, please. It feels like it's moving randomly. This is interesting. Why does it feel like random movement? Tick ability object. It. First of all, it moves only on tick time. This is not what I should do. I do it each tick, even if it's... If I tick each tick, then my movement of 2 should be fine. Now, why does it not move like I expect? I get the move to position. Calculate the direction from 0 to move to, should be. And this is jumping around. I splice out the 0 if I'm done. Move to position, move XY, move by direction and distance. I've moved direction, move speed false. I don't care for this. This is changed. I mean, I can make this a const because it's a position. And then move the Fireline, XY, and each joint by this XY value. For some reason, this is... So I will comment this out, because I believe this will at least make it move in a straight line. Not what I wanted. Test Spellmaker. So make a line. I cast it. Okay, the first problem is it's moving upright. Not what I would expect. It should only be to the right. This is already Did I maybe an XY mistake? Ah, calculate distance. Direction. Okay, this explains everything. Now I can go back to here. This should. So I make the spell like a line to cast mode, and now it moves to the right. And now it is cannot read properties of undefined. On calling is the problem. Next move to can be undefined. Didn't catch it. I check for joins, yes. Is not move to positions, length is what I'm interested in. Okay, next one. This means moves and then it stops. Okay. Let's now check two. Spellmaker. This is minus 50. Okay, so it moves to the right, then it moves a bit left, down. And if this works, I'm done for today. Spellmaker. And something. Okay, perfect. Now this has to be done next time. But it's working in theory. So this means I commit Spellmaker Fireline. Which move? I should assume this doesn't break anything, but I should run my tests regardless, I guess. Start fresh, test, one test, replace. See if everything still works. So far everything looks good. Last replay. Okay, everything works. So I can push so it gets deployed. And I should leave a message for me. You can continue. Spellmaker Fireline and move to. Okay, I hope this is good enough for me. So I end here for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye. And